Hello, I'm Eli Stacy. I'm a pre-sales engineer at Simplylive, and today I'd like to show you the all-in-one application layer running on a ViBox mini server. The all-in-one is designed to be used in a single user production mode. That means one screen and one operator for your entire multi-camera production. Now, this is just going to be a quick overview of the system and its capabilities, but we're going to have a series of short videos going into detail for each of the topics covered. Let's get started. The ViBox has two hardware platforms, the Mini with 4 or 8 channels, and the 4U with 8 or 16 channels. I'm using the Mini 8 channel today with 6 in and 2 out, but the all-in-one application is identical on all platforms. To get started, let's break down the user interface. In the center we have our program window on the left and preview on the right. Below that we have our live and replay multi-viewer for switching between live sources and preparing replays. To the top left, we have our asset management section. This is where we bring in pre-produced content and where we manage our replay clips. To the right of that, we have our playlist bin. In the playlist bin, we create highlight reels and packages and melts using the clips that we've created. At the top right is our audio section, where we can recall snapshots created in our audio mixer software. Finally, to the right of the Program and Preview window, we have our Graphics section, where we monitor and control graphic playout. There are 3 channels, with any of them being still target images, or we can have up to 2 channels of NDI. Ease of operation is key in the all-in-one's design. One of the ways this is done is through the use of colors. Everything red is going to be associated with Program, anything green with Preview, blue for replay, and orange for selection. So if you'll notice in our live multi-viewer here, if I tap anywhere on the red section, it's going to cut that source directly to program. If I tap on green, it's going to change what's on preview. Now it's automatically going to be doing a cut between these sources, but if I set something to preview, I can manually select a transition that I'd like. In this case, we can do a 15-frame mix. The same principle can be applied to our graphics channels. So if I tap on the red, I can take that graphic directly to or from program, or if I tap on this graphic to send it to preview, I can press tie and tie it with the transition of the video as well. So now I cut the video and I bring on the graphic. I can cut what's underneath that graphic, and when I'm done, I can do the same thing where I have a different source in preview, I tie it, now that source is live and the graphic is gone. Now that we understand basic operation of the all-in-one, we can look at how to create a replay. So as soon as any action took place, like him making that shot, I can just simply go back in time and you'll see our replay multi-viewer will jog back with all the cameras in sync. Perfect, so that's the shot I'm looking for. I can send that source to preview and I can control the preview window independently. That looks like a really good angle. Now what's going to happen is when I send this video to program, it's not going to do a cut like it was doing with all the other switching. Instead, it's actually going to perform a specific replay transition. It's going to set the playback speed to a specific %, and it's also going to bring on our replay bug. So let's show what that looks like. There's our replay graphic. It's playing out at 66% speed. There's the shot, and we have our bug at the top. Now the default behavior for the system is that our replay multi-viewer will start at the beginning of every action. So once I set that in point, I can have one angle of the shot, then I can go directly to another angle of the shot, then another angle of the shot. Perfect. And when I'm done, I can just tap on any of my live sources and it'll do a live transition, bring that graphic off, and now it's playing out at 100% speed. My replay multi-viewer resets, ready for the next replay. Instead of using just the touchscreen, you can also use the Shuttle Express. The operation is very similar, so once any action happens, like he's making a shot, perfect, I can go on this wheel here and I can just jog back in time. I can see my multi-viewer here. They're all in sync. I can go back in time for the shot. Perfect, I can preview that. I can control this one independently. Or I can, instead of using the wheel, I can use the outer ring and scrub through things. So I can speed it up, slow it down. It's very easy to quickly go through a large amount of video like this. While you're going through production, as you approach halftime, you want to put together a highlight package, but you haven't had time to create clips and then manage them before. So the system knows that any replay you took to live must have been important, so it stores that data. In the cues bin, we have the 2 replays that we created, and if we tap on the plus, it shows every angle we took during that replay. And if I tap on the orange section to select them, I tap on a few, let's get a few from this replay as well. Select a few, select an orange, and I do add to playlist. It instantly creates a playlist ready for halftime. Now if you have a little bit more time before halftime, we have a few editing options that we have. So if we tap on the green to send each of these to preview, we can edit them. So I can do things like change the in and out points. I can just scrub through and say, oh, that's a new in point. I can also extend where the in point is, even past what the original marker was. So this is a new in. Same can be done with the out. I can also change the angle. So this angle looks good on this clip, but let's go through and find something that maybe isn't so great. You know, this one didn't seem so good. So what I can do is, once that clip's there, I can do change angle, and now my multi-viewer will jump back to that point in time, and I can select a new angle for that action. So I can do, instead of it being 119B, you see, I can have 119D. And so now it just replaces the angle, same in and out points. I can do the same for my entire playlist. And while I'm building my playlist, say, there's still things happening, I'm still working on the production, another action happens, I can actually go in and say, okay, let's get a reaction of him doing a high five. That'll be a good closer for him. I can mark an in, I can go through, mark an out, and instead of saving it like you might usually do, I can do add. I select an angle, and so in this case, let's do this angle, and it adds that angle with those in and out points directly to the end of my playlist. So see, now I have that clip ready. And once we want to play out the playlist, I can tap on the green either here or here to get to the top and tap on it, does the replay transition, and it's now going to play through the playlist. You'll see the progress with the red bars here going through each of the clips. You also see a time countdown here. You have what clip number it is, so in this case it's 1 out of 7, there's 7 clips in there. The playback speed is also visible here as well. If you want to skip something, say you want a clip's going too long or whatnot, I can just go down and preview it and just tap to it because it's going to do the same transition within the playlist or out. Going to continue to go. We have a few more seconds left. All right, cool. Director calls for the next one. That's good. Oh, perfect. He made that shot. And when you're done, just tap on a live source to go back to switching the game. Finally, at the end of the game, you can export all the clips and playlists that you created during your production. Using the export application, you can export these clips directly to the local machine, or you can set them to a USB device or an external network storage. I hope this overview has been useful in giving you an understanding of the capabilities of the all-in-one application layer. As mentioned, if you'd like more information about the all-in-one, we'll have a series of short videos going into detail for each of the topics briefly covered in this video. Thank you.